What is up, y'all? Today I have a really intense leg day for you guys. So it's leg day. Get your Vans on, get your leggings on. I got the pre in the system, and we have a ton of reps today. So make sure you keep the rest time like pretty short on these. But we're gonna try and blast through all of these reps in an hour. So the first exercise we're gonna start with is gonna be just something to kind of warm up the knees, warm up the joints. I'm a taller guy, I'm 6'2". So my knees are trash. I know a lot of people say that's an excuse, but I still squat, I still do my leg presses, still do my hack squats. But I always start with a leg extension just to get some fluid in there, get some blood flowing, and then work up the quads at the same time. So what we're gonna do here is gonna be a mainly quad focused leg day. We're gonna start with the leg extensions, but we're gonna do it with a little twist. So we don't really have any sets or weight that we're trying to hit. We're gonna go and do a couple warm-up sets of about 10 to 12 reps, and then we're gonna have one big set. That one big set is gonna comprise of 100 reps. So with that being said, you're gonna start with a really heavy weight. We're probably gonna go 130, 140, 150, depending how we're feeling. You're gonna crank out as many reps as you can do with that weight, right? So say it's 21, you're gonna rack the weight, you're immediately gonna drop the weight by 10 pounds. For the girls doing this workout, maybe drop it by 5 because your increments aren't gonna be as high, right? So once you drop the weight, you're going right back to work. So there's no rest time until you hit 100 reps. So hit 100 reps as fast as you can. If it's taking you longer than like 10 minutes, you're not going hard enough. So keep it quick, keep it moving. We're about to dive into that, and then I'll show you guys what we're doing for the rest of the workout. So it's time to get to work. All right, so we're gonna start with our warm-up sets here. We're gonna hit 2 sets here. Honestly, anywhere between 10 to 20 reps. I'm not too picky about these. We're really just making sure that the knees are good and that we're warmed up for our heavy weight. That way we're not just jumping into our heaviest weight at 150 or something, right? So I have about 80 pounds right now. When you're doing the leg extensions, these are one of honestly the most misperformed exercises that there are out there. And that's just because you're putting way too much load and pressure on your knees. So as you can see here, this machine has a little pivot point. All leg extensions will have a pivot point here. So with that being said, your knee needs to be even with the pivot point. So you can see here, my knee is ahead of the pivot point. I need to move the seat back a little bit, right? So I'm gonna move the seat back 1, and on this machine here, you can adjust the camber on that too. So I want it tight, that way it's hardest at the top of the movement. So we're gonna hit 10 to 20 reps, get some blood flow here, 2 sets of that, and then we got the drop set of 100.
Yeah. Vini, Vici, they need answers, I'm Rafiki. The devil tried me, so I put him underneath me. I do not surrender, choose, kill me now, free me. Moving through the night.
God, I feel like that's so close.
No, it's far.
I know, that's so weird. All right, the warm-up sets are done. We have increased our weight to our heavy first working weight. We're starting at 155. But before I jump into this, especially before you get into your heavier sets, I want to kind of give you guys a form tip. I love this leg extension because as you see when I'm working with it, the pad on the bottom is flat, where most of them are kind of have that like round roller ball. So I love that flat pad because 1, you can push a lot more evenly throughout the pad and it doesn't roll on you. It kind of stays more firm on your shins. But 2, a lot of times whenever you're doing a leg extension, most people think about pushing from the knee, and that's why a lot of people have knee pain when they're doing this. So instead, really ground yourself in this bench and think about pushing from your shins. Push through your shins and from your hips. So that will not only will keep you more grounded, but you'll feel the movement a lot better and you save your knees in the long run. So keep those in mind before you hit your heavier sets. We're about to jump in here. We have 100 reps to do. I'm gonna try and do as many as I can, obviously, but for sure, try and give me at least 20, because it sounds stupid, but the heaviest weight that you do is gonna be the most reps that you're able to do. So we're gonna try and hit 20 and then go on at least 10 with every drop from there. But we'll see how we do rep-wise. So I'll see you on the other side of 100.
Monsters, hairdressers got us looking like some rosters. Honestly, there ain't enough power on your roster. You and your mob, boy, y'all just some flash mobsters. Turn up, we can turn this town out. This a revolution, pick a side, nigga, townhouse. You can hear a battle cry from about a mile out. We just some kids that fell through the cracks. Outhouse, this a war and we accept.
All right, 100 leg extensions is done. We're now moving on to a Bulgarian split squat. So on the split squats, I know a lot of you guys will probably have a foot on a platform or something. I put them on a leg extension. That way you have this roller here and you can position yourself a little more easily. I don't want you to think about coming backwards whenever you come down. So we're gonna hit 10 each leg there. I'm gonna go immediately into a machine glute bridge. We're gonna hit 10 each leg there and then 10 glute bridges. We're gonna hit 4 rounds of this superset back to back, and then we're gonna move on to another pressing movement.
Ain't no black or white, ain't no day or night. Can't tell if I'm messed up or sober. Good ain't enough when you're fighting against yourself. I don't know why I love being bad, but it feels so damn good. I fell. The devil already know there's only about 2 ways this will go. I can't have control, cause I have given away my soul.
One of these days I'm gonna make a video on the difference between a hip thrust and the glute bridge, because no one knows what it is. But we're gonna do a glute bridge. You know what's embarrassing too? So I have a plate on each side. I have like some bikini rolls. I'll do 3 plates on this thing. But hey, boys need butts too. You should put like a graphic. Boys need butts too. All right, anyways.
Killing the montage.
Life is just a freak show. The only way to thrive is to grow an ego monster. The devil already know there's only about 2 ways this will go. I can't have control, cause I have given away my soul. The devil already know.
All right, so pay attention to this next one. This next one, you're gonna go 30 reps for 1 set. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 10 reps at 3 different feet positions. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna start out really wide with your toes out a little bit. You're gonna be 10 reps there. You're not gonna rack the weight. You're gonna keep your feet up. You're gonna slide them into a normal kind of leg press position, which is basically gonna be right outside shoulder width, and you're gonna bring those knees right to the chest. 10 of those guys. Then finally, you're gonna finish up with 10 more reps with your feet kind of like a cannonball stance. I basically want there to be kind of like 2 fists widths apart. So you're gonna be really narrow, make sure your knees stay open and they don't come together and come knock-kneed, okay? So that's super, super important, especially as you start to fatigue out and get a little more tired. Make sure you keep those hips open and keep the knees outwards. So we got 3 sets of 30. Try 1 set and then we might go up in weight depending on how easy or hard it is, and knock out 30 per set.
Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down and go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Why no water, death is sign, baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving.
All right, we got 2 exercises left. We just finished up on the leg press, so I am pouring sweat now. We're gonna go finish it off with one of my favorite exercises. I don't do a whole lot of squats because of my knees, so what exercise I think is a great substitute for that is lunges, whether it's reverse lunges, like a step up, walking lunges with the barbell, dumbbell, any lunging movement I'm a huge fan of, so we're gonna do some walking lunges. We're not gonna go super heavy on the weight, but we're gonna go walk down our turf area here. We're gonna go 10 steps there, 10 steps back, basically 3 rounds. There and back is 1 round. So If you don't have an area in your gym for this, you can kind of like do them just static. You can go left, right, and kind of stay in position. But I always prefer kind of like seeing where I have to go, if that makes sense. So we have this, and then we're gonna finish how we started with the leg extension, and that's it for today.
When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people wanna see you dead because you gifted. Been ready for my tomb since I came up out the womb. So no matter what, I'm coming back and paying you a visit. Saw it coming, I predicted, but y'all wouldn't listen. No, you can't protect your riches if you never burn bridges. Flip pages, went places, made changes, still dangerous. Now I'm back, altercation, hold still. I make it painless. How it feel, baby? When you say you love me, is it real, baby? Full speed, both hands on the wheel, baby. Young.
All right, so we just wrapped up walking lunges on the turf. I'm dragging ass. So, and honestly, at this point, you should be. We have done a lot of reps. We've only done kind of one traditional kind of 4 sets of 10, 12 kind of exercise. So we're gonna finish how we started, back on the leg extension. We are gonna do the same thing, drop set of 100 reps. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to do the same weight that we started with last time, and that's okay. So we're gonna drop the weight down a little bit. I'm starting at 130. Same thing though, try and give me like 15 to 20 reps on that first set, as many as you can, and then kind of like 10, at least 10 with every little drop that you do. We're still gonna drop the weight by 10 pounds. I think I did this in 3 or 4 rounds at the beginning of the workout, so I'm gonna try and do it in 4 or 5. So after that, that's it, and then quads are a wrap.
And when you hear the sound of the drum, we'll be saying, here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
All right, that's today's workout done, wrapped up. As you can tell, it was quad focused. We didn't do anything for hamstrings except for a little bit of the leg press and a little bit of the glute bridge. Has a little bit of hamstring in there, but nothing directly like a hamstring curl or anything like that, or a deadlift, anything like that. So a lot of reps today, a lot of reps. So I find that I respond a lot better to higher reps. We're still pushing a good amount of weight, but for me, like, I respond much better to the higher reps and short rest time when it comes to legs. I treat my legs kind of like I would treat my arms. So short rest times, a lot of reps, get in, get out. I think we spent maybe an hour and 10 on this workout. So even though it's a lot of volume and a lot of reps, we got it done really, really quickly. So how I kind of split my leg days is if I have a quad day like this, I'll do a hamstring and like a calf day later in the week, which will have my hamstring curls, my deadlifts, my calf presses, stuff like that in there as well. But today, obviously focusing on the quads because that's what I need to personally bring up. And for you competitors out there, I do men's physique. Just because we're not getting judged on legs, you still need to train them. It makes your physique look a lot more balanced, a lot more even, a lot more symmetrical. And if you have big legs, like that's one of the most impressive things that you can have on a physique. If you have big legs, you know you're going to work. So with that being said, that's today's workout done. I'm gonna end on the spin bike. That's another kind of form of cardio that I do on my leg days. Kind of just push some more blood in the quads. And I've noticed that helps them grow a little bit. So other than that, that's it for today. Whenever you do this workout, make sure you're drinking a lot of water. As you can see, I was sipping through some Cell Chem by EvoGen Nutrition throughout the workout, getting my BCAAs in, as well as a lot of water. So make sure you're pounding water. You're gonna be sweating a lot, as well as you're just gonna be breathing in a lot of air. So drinking a lot of water will kind of help flush out any lactic acid buildup that you have throughout the workout. So that is it for today. please give the video a like, share it if you don't mind, subscribe if you like the videos. You know, we're really putting forth a lot of effort into creating quality content and making sure that you guys, you know, are getting informed as well as staying entertained. These videos are supposed to be informative, but they're supposed to be entertaining too. I want them to be easy watches, and I want y'all to enjoy them, you know, kind of learn a thing or two, try the whole workout, things like that. So if you guys would please help the channel grow, subscribe, share, like, comment, all that goes a long, long way. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.